Either 2004 or 2005 was a massive year for me. The only reason I say both 2004 and 2005 is because when this specific thing happened, I remember being in year 5 in primary school, which was from 04 to 05. Fairly certain it was 2005 though, because I remember living in a village just outside of the town at the time, and that was no earlier than 2005. So in my head, it makes sense with the timelines of where I was living and what year of primary school I was. Let me start off by setting the scenery. I had just finished school for the day and decided to go and spend some time with my oldest brother in college, and we was going to walk home together after he had finished college for that day. Even though he had finished roughly a couple of hours beforehand that day, he still had some work that he needed to do, and I couldn't walk home on my own. So to keep me occupied while he worked, he logged onto a computer for me to just surf the internet and try to find something that would keep me busy for an hour or two. He would do that often, and most of the time I would just play random games, one of which was Territory War, in which you would take control of a team of stickmen, rename them, and defeat the opposite team of stickmen. Similar premises as the old school game Worms. Back in them days, I'd be able to play that game for ages and not get bored of it. Now, not so much, but it's fun to go on a nostalgia trip and play it among other old school online games. So, anyway, on this specific day, I substituted playing online games for just randomly searching up kings and queens of the world, and just like a magpie, I was drawn to some sparkly, shiny shit. A picture of the golden death mask of ancient Egyptian pharaoh King Tutankhamun, aka the Boy King. I was mesmerised by his beauty, so much that I had gone on to keep looking for things that was found in King Tut's tomb, which ultimately caused me to go and search up other things from ancient Egypt, not just things about King Tutankhamun. I have always said from day one that I am extremely thankful to Howard Carter and the boy who accidentally found the first step leading to King Tut's tomb, Hassan Abdul Razul, because had they both not discovered the step and ultimately the tomb, I may have not gotten into ancient Egypt from that day on the college computers. However, I also have to thank my brother. Had he not logged into a computer to keep a 9-year-old occupied for a couple hours, I may not have just randomly searched kings and queens of the world on Google Images and stumbling onto that one picture which in a way changed my future. So a massive thank you needs to go out to you, Pike. As the years went by from that moment of first discovering my passion, my interest in anything to do with ancient Egypt grew exponentially. I read books, I watched documentaries, and I watched shows and movies that had any reference to ancient Egypt. I could not get enough. I sucked up all the information that I could find. However, one fond memory I have that had anything to do with ancient Egypt was talking to a guy that had visited Egypt on a few occasions. Quite often before school started, my mum would take me to the cafe to have some breakfast. My go-to order was always a bacon sandwich with both red and brown sauce on it. Still is to this very day. I would sit for 20-30 minutes just talking to this guy about what he did while being there and what he saw. After talking for a while, he would offer to show me photographs that he took while on a holiday to Egypt. Of course, I said I would love to see them. And when he brought them to the cafe one day, I was in my element just looking through them all. It would also help grow my interest even more doing this. Over the years, I have watched over 1,000 hours of documentaries, read 1,000 books on the subject, and injected so much information that now, even though I don't have the qualifications nor the professionalism, I consider myself an amateur Egyptologist. Would I love to have been a professional Egyptologist and to get paid for doing something that I'm extremely passionate about? Of course. Unfortunately, I fucked up any chance of that by not attending school, failing my exams, and screwing around. Becoming an Egyptologist has always been a dream of mine. One of my other dreams was to be able to visit the land of the pharaohs. For years, that's all they were, dreams. It was only until 2015 that one of those dreams became reality for me. I'll touch upon that more at a later point. I could talk more about the love for Egypt and its beautiful and wonderful history. However, I'm sure that the subject will come up more over the course of this autobiography. And so with that being said, I just wanted to end this chapter with some word of advice. No matter what your dreams are, just know that if you knuckle down, focus on life, and doing well in it, whether that's in school, college, university, or just in life, you can achieve your dreams. You want a specific job? Fight for it. You want the perfect family? Fight for it. You want to go on your dream holiday? Fight for it. Only you can achieve your dreams, and I believe in you.